This is a Noble Desktop quick tip for Cinema 4D. Something that happens quite often is you will lose your textures. Whenever you are combining 3D models from different files, whenever you grab a 3D model online actually, sorry, not offline, what's going to happen, or what very often happen, is you lose the textures. Textures are actually linked into the application. So I'm just going to start with this file I've got set up, a basic floor, wall, and a light. Nothing too complex here. So let's file and use the merge command, merge project. F5 is the keyboard shortcut to jump to all four views. F1, F2, F3, F4 will actually cycle through the different individual views. F5 shows them all. You can also use the little toggle active view button on top of each viewport to do it. Now, where are they? They are right there. I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit and just roll my little mouse button. So I got a D6-1, D6-2. I'm going to grab them both and Option G or Alt G to group together. I'm just going to call that group, dice group. You don't really need to call groups, but I like doing that. I'm going to pull them up so they're kind of lined up on the floor. I'm going to zoom in a bit more for that. I can see they're crossing the floor right there. They're not really in the view, so I'm just going to grab them, drag them around a little bit, make them a little easier to see. And then H, or actually I'm going to S in this case to just isolate the selected objects. And I can actually see a little better. That's not bad. Kind of like that view. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. It's a little fine. And the others are good. Now, but they look a little weird. And also because they're floating in the air. So I'm going to open that group that I have. It's the first one that's not on the ground. So I'm just going to pull it down so it's lined up with the floor. And if I want to, I can really zoom in, or I can even use the center command to make sure they line up. But that should be pretty good. I'm just going to rotate my view a little bit. I'm holding down 3 on my keyboard and dragging on my little mouse button to give myself a little better angle on that. And that's not bad. But the textures are, well, just not there. Try to render this viewport, which I've got that perspective view highlighted right now. I'm just going to render view, and it tells me dye material is missing. So why is it missing? Because I did actually find it, but it's not where it thinks it should be in relationship to the project. So I'm going to save this. And then I'm basically going to go find the materials. A couple ways to do that. You could open your material manager, material editor. If you look on the dice, you can actually see the material right there, Mat 1. I didn't actually name it. And if I double click on that, I can open it and I can actually get it from here. The problem with that is if you got a lot of materials missing, that would be annoying to do that for each individual material. So what I'm going to do is use the attribute manager. I'm going to go to mode. I'm going to go to project info for this. And these are the materials I have. And it's fine. That's fine. If I go on dye material, it'll tell me it's missing. But at the bottom right, there's a mark missing textures here. And if I click it, I can see that fine. Ooh, a problem right there. I'm going to highlight that one. And all I got to do is basically find the path to it. So I'll click the little folder button. And I'm going to go look for where this is. Again, back in the folder I made for this. It's in the dice folder. And it's actually right there. Now, if I want to avoid this happening, because technically it's not actually a part of this file anymore, it's a part of my new one, what I'm going to do is let it copy this over into a folder that's actually in the file path. I'll say yes. Okay, don't replace them. Yes, that was the point of copying it over, I'd argue. Okay, and it actually was replaced. And now I can see the red material here. If I render this view, nice, happy, fun to work with. And that's how you can find textures. So by using your attribute manager, it's just a lot easier because you can mark the ones that are missing. You can find them all right from here.